He looked like he was just on To Catch a Predator. Sir, what are you doing here? Hi, I'm Renee Burkett, and you're on To Catch a Predator.
Not again! I thought our show was cancelled.
No, I thought it was canceled. Can I at least eat the chips and watch the porn and I brought over and drink the alcohol before you do anything?
Excuse me, Renee. You said you were a 14-year-old woman.
I would like to do To Catch a Predator with wrestlers. Sir, what are you doing here today? Were you about to run into that ring and attack somebody? Huh? No. I wasn't going to do a run-in. Then what were you going to do with that lead pipe? Ah, you got me. I was going to run into the match. Need to get a storyline going for myself. They did it, Manny. They climbed the mountaintop.
They did.
Again.
They really did.
I'm shocked that they made me wait for this match. I thought it would start the show, as in the way they debuted Jay White. Like, oh, we forgot all about that. Right? I feel like we were going to go do, like, just something simple and be like, oh, we forgot all about FDR just saved their careers or whatever. And won the title.
No, so everything felt rushed. But then they fixed the pacing, but it was just the whole Jay White's here, Jay White's all elite. There was no mention that he was all elite. Other than if you went to Twitter during the show and saw the title card of Jay White is all elite. That was it. Like you heard nothing else about Jay White, about them getting the big fish, Jay White.
Yeah, because you hear Excalibur go, "This is the highest free agent in the history in wrestling right now." Jay White, wow, in AEW. Meanwhile, House of Black are coming out, and then the show begins. And then the best friends are out there. You're like, what? What you ooh about? What you ah about?
So in the chat, before we go any further, what movie should we watch from the past? Because we can't settle on a movie.
Yeah.
Maurice said the OG Mario movie since a new one came out. I don't think I could ruin my mind with that again.
What? That Manny, I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed that Mario movie. It's horrible and for all the wrong reasons. But I'm gonna say, God damn it, they tried to get the weirdness of Mario in the mid-90s. They tried to make this. Now, how do we make this work? We can't do anything they do in a video game. CGI like that doesn't exist yet.
If you didn't know what was going on, you think you were watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one with the ooze.
Secret of the Ooze, yeah.
You wouldn't know. You couldn't tell. They were all the same. My
favorite thing about that is they couldn't even get Luigi White. We got a Puerto Rican guy to play Luigi. He's not Italian. How are these guys brothers?
Should we just start the show?
Yes.
Intro, no intro.
Intro.
All right.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Cry your tears, boy. Cry your tears.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river.
Do you know what? I do have a problem with even further problem with Sammy Guevara in the show.
Which show? Is it AEW or is it All Access?
All Access, because Sammy Guevara is trying to fish himself a brand deal. Last week it was Whataburger, this week it was Subway.
He out there, putting his name out there. I used to work at Subway. I heard y'all need a new Jared. I could be Sammy from Subway. I could be Sammy, the sandwich. Come on. Sandwich with Sammy. No, I just can't take him on the show. I just don't like this man. He didn't even do anything wrong. He just out there. He just seems fake. His apology to Eddie Kingston seemed fake. And I know this is about AEW Dynamite, and we're talking about Access. I didn't care about nothing. And it looked like he gave the apology to Eddie Kingston and then walked up to the camera. I think that went well. I was like, I'm done. Right? It looked like he took 2 steps. And then he was like, I really need to establish myself in the locker room. Okay, I be one of the top guys in this company. Shut up, Sammy. And then he starts crying at the end. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Marcus just made him sound like... Marcus made him sound like a bad guy from the 40s, but that's how he sounds.
Yeah, that's how he sounds.
That's how he talks, see?
That's how he talks, see? Me and Ty Conte, where they hate us together. See? Nah. They're like a Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh.
God.
I
I didn't realize I hate people more after watching that.
have so we share the same birthday, me and Sammy Guevara. I hate the man.
You and Sammy celebrate your birthdays together. I hope you guys enjoy it. Your birthday's in August, right?
July 28th.
Yeah, I knew it was around there.
No, you didn't.
That's close to August. It's 3 days to August, Betty.
I know your birthday.
Nah.
September 28th.
Damn you. Well, shit. All right. Well, I know that you're 2 months before me, but I bet you 1 year from now, it's going to all think, is he 2 months before or 2 months after? Or is it... His birthday's in August. I remember yelling that. All right. You ready to review some Dynamites?
Yeah, let's get into Dynamite. Do you want to talk about the announcement first, or do you want to go through the show as normal?
I say we go as normal. Then,
Okay.
I mean, we should be there. We should be there really quickly.
And
that's probably what we're going to spend most of our time talking about anyway, I think.
So Ricky Stark, we're supposed to start this match against Ricky Starks versus Juice Robinson. Juice was already in the ring. Ricky Starks comes to the ring. As soon as Ricky Starks gets in the ring, the Bullet Club music hits, and Jay Switchblade White is running to the ring, and these two take out Ricky Starks. We learned that Jay White is all elite via Twitter and Instagram because AEW did not fill in the blanks for us on the broadcast.
No, it's a lot. Okay, if you are the, I guess, 1 or 2 casual AEW fans, you go, what the fuck just happened? Because I think we should handle this Jay White debut just like AEW debut. Because if we spend more time talking about this than they spent actually putting him on TV this week, like he was on this show as much as he was on Monday Night Raw this Monday. That's how fast it went. Like it was what, 5 minutes?
They made no reference to it the rest of the night.
It was like, oh, we got Jay White. First, when he comes out, they cut away to Juice Robinson attacking Ricky Starks. So you don't honestly get a good look at him. It just cuts to you like, oh, it's Jay White. And then all of a sudden he's running and then attack. And then by the time he's finished attacking, this is like 5 minutes in the show, he's gone. And you never hear about him again. And I'm going like, what the fuck?
Which I think they realized. They realized that the errors of their ways, because then they posted, obviously, what I used for the thumbnail on Instagram, which is a video of Renee trying to ask him, like, are you still the leader of the Bullet Club? Da-da-da. He doesn't say anything. He just shuts the door on her.
They used Jay White like he just walked in the door and was like, you got me, guys. Come on. And then it's like, all right, you're on TV right now? Yeah, we're about to go live 5 minutes. Attack Ricky Starks. Don't tell him.
I watched all of ETE yesterday. I just caught up in the chat. And basically there was a good discussion between Eric, El Luchador, and I think Montez Red Cup about Jay White. I think Jay White is a better fit in AEW than he would have been in WWE, regardless of the fire Vince and the merger and everything. I think he's a better fit in AEW anyway. So it's a good move that he went there. There's still time and opportunity to go to WWE if he needs to. He's still young. So there's still time to go back and go and do that. But like I think in the present moment, AEW is the best option for him. and he's established there. I think it'd be harder for him to establish himself, even though he speaks English, being foreign English.
Oh my God! You only hear hip hippopotamus when he talks, Manny. How dare you?
Yes, and his lyrics are bottomless.
You're gonna be like, wasn't he in one of the Lord of the Rings movies as an extra?
But yeah, I think AEW is probably the right place for him.
Yeah, I feel like he could have went anywhere. He would have been fine. I feel like, again, he's gonna fit into the mold of this Adam Cole's, because they're still top heavy. It's not like they're.
He looked really slim.
Yeah.
In comparison, like he looked like he had a body of Adam Cole, but like he's really toned, and it's like if he went to WWE, you would notice how small he is.
Yeah. He would look like a small Seth Rollins, which would it come down to. It was like, oh, it's just Seth Rollins' little brother or something. Like, leave me alone, I'm Jay White. But no, it works either way. But again, as I say it about every single AEW signing, debut, how long until Tony loses them in the shuffle? Because that seems to be the thing that's going on with everybody else. They just get lost. Adam Cole was lost before he was hurt. Bryan Danielson was kind of just around. Like, everybody gets kind of lost in this. If you saw Keith Lee later in the show, which was like 5 minutes after this, you were like, or probably not 5 minutes, like the next segment, I think.
Directly after this.
Yeah, you go like, oh shit, he's still here? Like, it's one of those. Where's Swerve? Or, and all that. And there's so many people. Miro disappeared. Andrade is most likely in AEW, as he says. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Malachi came, took time off, and now he's kind of on the show every week. And it's just, I just want them to, if they're gonna use him, focus on him for a bit. Don't just set him up for a pay-per-view. You're like hot with him now, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's on AEW Dark. I better not see Jay White on AEW Dark.
The thing that benefits Jay White is Bullet Club, isn't he? And regardless of what you do, you tend to look after the Bullet Club boys.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe they're built to. I don't think they're building to Jay White Omega unless they plan on doing that. Or I don't think this Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is another guy who they got hot with, and then they were like, now you're a job guy.
He's gone cold though. I feel like he's gone cold.
Yeah.
Like even though he has this whole thing with Juice, like I don't think the reaction was nearly the same as it was for him.
Let's be blunt, man. No one gives a fuck about. No one gave a fuck about Juice when he came over. Juice came over, and then they did. You can't remember when he came over, but they announced he was all elite, and then it was like he never showed up on TV again.
Honestly, I don't care about Juice one bit.
Yeah,
with whatever company he's in, for a guy who sounds the way he doesn't sound intimidating.
What do you mean? He sounds like a nice guy, but nah, it just seems like it's just take care of your people. Just try to use them. Don't call in outside company wrestlers like Vikino. I appreciate the match and all that, but use your guys. Use your guys. Yeah. You have too many people that you're not using. Use your guys.
Chris Jericho's pettiness of last week's event on Dynamite says it was unacceptable for the excessive celebration, and it punked out Daniel Garcia. Keith Lee says Chris Jericho is the poster boy for disrespect. Keith Lee challenges Chris Jericho to teach him a thing or two about respect. Isn't he still in a feud with Swerve, or is that done? Yeah. or are we on a side quest?
I don't know what happened with that.
I feel like,
and I've been watching Rampage, and I feel like he teamed with Goldust or Dustin that time, and I guess that's
that was against the Goons, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was against Swerve's Goons. It wasn't with Swerve. I don't recall.
I don't remember Swerve. I don't think we ever got a finish to this. But anyway, he's gonna teach him some respect. He sounded like an old man on the porch. And Jericho is 20 years older than him, I think. Why are you the old man on the porch? Well, young man, I'm going to teach you some respect. Wait, Kane. Keith Lee, by the time you get into the ring with Jericho, you'll be dead of old age. That's the way you're aging right now.
Do you know what? He looks like he's taken the pill, the spell the Weasley brothers used to try and get in Goblet of Fire in Harry Potter.
Yeah. They just got old all of a sudden. Like, fuck. I was looking at Dijak this week on NXT going like, you haven't aged like that.
In fact, he looks younger.
I don't know. What happened to Black Don't Crack, Keith? What happened to Black Don't Crack?
There's always exceptions to the rules, Marcus. There's always exceptions to the rules.
Yeah. You better watch out. Me and you may leave you for a younger man named Shelton Benjamin, who is also older than you.
They should start calling him the anomaly.
I know. Fuck.
We move into the House of Black versus the Best Friends in Orange Cassidy. This was a pretty good match.
It was all over the place. There were no rules followed, but yeah.
But like I've come to terms and I have to accept that with all 6-person tags and multi-man matches. Bear in mind, this is not an AEW thing. This is a Manny thing that hates anything that has more than 2 people in the ring.
Yeah, Manny, I'm gonna say I was so confused by the finish of this match because I didn't know who the legal person was.
No, I didn't know who the legal
and then
person
I think
was
the ref.
point.
This is the match where the ref was a little confused too. Like, which shoulders am I counting down? Oh, is that the main event? That may have been the main event.
But this is
the Buddy Murphy. It's like, what?
This is almost like this week's Raw is Retro, where Christian gets whipped in the ring. He comes to ringside during a tag match. He gets pinned. He isn't even in the match, nor is he a legal man. He gets pinned, and then the match is. And then I think it was the New Age Outlaws win the match. I can't remember.
But yeah, it was chaos all over the place. Anna Jay looking on because I guess she has a beef with Julia Hart. I guess. I just want the House of Black to actually be involved in something, not just random matches.
Well, they
don't even get promos anymore, I don't think. I just think they exist.
Well, this is what these trios titles are. They're always going to be random matches.
Yeah, just a way to give people belts.
And then we go to a red room where Christian Cage has found Luchasaurus.
When the red room opened, I said, that's gotta be Kane! Because that's the way it felt, because of the red lights. I guess he got a new badge and his legal issues are taken care of. I don't know. And I didn't know Christian swore to a code of silence. Didn't know that.
Then we get Riho versus Jamie Hayter. I really enjoyed this Hayter match.
It's a solid match. Solid 1-on-1.
And she improved. Match. She's improved since we gave a shit for being the most since you gave a shit for being the most dangerous woman in wrestling.
Well, this is a redo of her last Riho match from about a year ago, where it looked like she was killing Riho in that match, and why Riho hasn't been seen in 9 months or whatever. But it wasn't a much improved match. It was a solid match. Although I never for 1 second believed Riho was actually winning.
No, and then the Outcasts applaud her win, but they want to regain much needed control of the women's division and say one of the 3 of them is going to be champion as Renee tries to drive wedges and stir the pot.
Yeah,
and is told not to stir the pot.
I wish they would have replied to Renee. Renee's like, but only one of you can be champion, or whatever she said. And I would have been like, listen, Renee, there's 2 women's titles here. Jade Cargill exists. Where does that title rank? I don't know. But
I think that's just a Jade Cargill belt. I don't think anyone else is doing it.
Like, it doesn't seem like it would make, like, at least 2. One of us is asked out. But we can get 2. 2 of the 3. Shit.
So, the JAS come out. And we're asked the question, do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
Yes.
I was like, no, not really. It'd be the Acclaimed going into JS. They decline, but say the JS means just Acclaim scissoring. And then give him a lesson on how to scissor. And then we get a match.
Manny.
Scheduled for Rampage.
Yeah. This has been 2 weeks. Total of 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes of TV time. I don't know what was accomplished with any of this.
Well, Marcus, I I use the same sentiments for the next thing that was on the show. MJF Day. We get a rendition of whatever he was singing. He gets the key to Long Island. As he tries to go for a second song, Jungle Boy attacks MJF, and then he loses his own sneak attack. How does that happen? How do you lose your own sneak attack?
Because you're trash, Manny. You're trash. Wait a minute. You're gonna hover over not this. You're not gonna bring up the speech with Mrs. Benedict telling him you ain't gonna be shit. I felt that story. I felt that story. She criticizes ADD and everything. We should buy gold. The wrestling, I'm gonna do it. Fuck you, Mrs. Benedict.
Everyone's got ADHD.
But let me say this. This segment was 100% nothing I was expecting. I'll be honest. Didn't see this coming at all. Did not expect a song and dance. The promo was fine. Just the people he's going against, I just don't care about. Sammy, Jungle Boy, Darby's cool.
What does that mean? Next week it's Darby's turn?
Yeah. Darby does something. Darby has a match or something. But I just could care less about the people he's feuding with. I'd rather for this to be one of those top wrestlers that we have in this company. There's many of them. But these guys are the mid cards. These are the mid cards.
They're all tied up doing other things. That's the problem. And then we get... So, during this kerfuffle, Sammy Guevara holds up the AEW title. I'm just going on record. If he ends up AEW champion, I am no longer taking notes for this show. It will be required on Marcus's memory and tiredness for the AEW report.
Yeah, we're only going to do NXT. NXT UK, as I'm trying to call that show.
So we get Sammy Guevara versus Commander, aka the new King of the Ropes.
Yeah, but I'm going to take it away from him, man. I want to take this away. I don't want to give him the king. Because Commander is too slow. So if you watch Ring of Honor, him and Vikino had a really good match. It seemed faster of him walking the ropes, but it's still it takes too much time. This one was, I was annoyed. I was like, oh, what's he going to do? Walking the ropes again? He did 20 times, and each time it took him 3 minutes to set up his footing before he decided to run across. Yes, I understand how difficult it is, but you look like an idiot standing there waiting for this man to jump on you as he walks through. As Sammy Guevara counted multiple times. I was like, what are you waiting for, huh?
The thing is, when you watch Ray Phoenix, it seems so effortless when he does all this shit. When you see other people do it, it's like, huh? Why are you making this look so difficult? Yeah. Ray Phoenix makes me think I can do the shit like that.
Ray Phoenix is sliding across the ropes. Vikino is quicker going up, you see him, and it's like, oh, okay. But Commander, to me, is just too slow doing it. At least when you do it, don't do it 17 times in a match. I think that's what annoyed me. He kept doing it.
I watched the WWE 24 of WrestleMania 38, and Pat McAfee has a leap to the top rope into a suplex. Yeah, Marcus, faster than Commander can set himself up for the top rope. Faster than Pac.
Well, Pac gotta pray. I think Pac is more annoying because what he's doing is something that I see Ricochet, Montez, or any of these athletes do real fast. Pac, take it in. I think he's going for the jump. That's a 10. But it just takes him too long. And
I wouldn't be surprised if it came out there. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out there that Pac took through the heights. Yeah, he does all this shit.
He's up there. Don't cry. Don't
shit yourself. Don't shit yourself on national TV. Don't shit yourself.
That's where it seems like it's going. That's where we're going with that. It just seems like whatever.
And then
fuck Sammy.
Yeah, and then he gets on the mic. He says, "Hey Tony, I did something champion wouldn't do, and that's wrestle. Sammy says he's jealous of MJF's lies and manipulation to get to the top. He says MJF flip-flop friendships with Cody, Tony, Inner Circle, or Pinnacle. Says that he sold his soul to be a pillar here. That Sammy Guevara built this place brick by brick. And Sammy, you can go fuck yourself with that shit, because that ain't true.
No. I don't even know where I rank Sammy Guevara as all-time AEW guy. I know I watched the first AEW match, and I think he was in it on the pre-show or something on Double or Nothing, something like that.
The panda on his head.
Yeah. But, nah, man. Nah, fam. Just shut up. And my problem also with some of the characters on this show, who am I supposed to cheer? Everybody in this segment was unlikable. MJF singing and dancing. He became likable because of the whole story and I guess the song and dance, I guess, in his town. But Sammy Guevara's out there trying to cut a babyface promo and call MJF a heel for not wrestling. No one cares. Shut up.
Well, he got booed because he was in Long Island. It might have worked.
I think he got booed because he was Sammy Guevara, Manny.
Maybe. And I just want to point out, if Sammy Guevara didn't have Chris Jericho, I don't think Sammy Guevara separates himself from a pack of very similar wrestlers in AEW.
No, he would be Kip Sabian. Like, that could have went 50%. If Chris Jericho was like, hey, Kip, you're my guy. Oh, thank you, mate. And all that shit. He would have been like, they'd been the sex gods without him.
Yeah.
With Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
Like, look at us. Look at us.
Ethan Page versus Hook. Matt Hardy hits Ethan Page with the title as these two turn on the firm. I don't even understand what happened here.
Yeah, I don't feel Ethan did anything to offend him at this current moment.
No. All he wanted to do was the twist of fate. That got reversed and Hook did the twist of fate.
And they act like they had this all planned out. Like, everybody. Hook, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah. And I went, moving on. This is the most random shit. Like, to me, the show was a poorly... There's entertaining moments, but it's stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I think it's like we're off the wall somewhere.
See, I thought at the beginning they up to the JAS or maybe MJF Day, they had a steady pace of what was going on. Like, it was fast. But then it suddenly slowed down and it was like, what the fuck is going on?
It was to the point where you realize Jay White debuted on this show. What the fuck happened to him? I'm lost. Why is this man singing and dancing?
I'm gonna cover.
What the fuck is Sammy talking about?
I'll cover the Snowman's announcement after the main event, because I think that's the bigger talking point. So we get the Blackpool Combat Club versus some nobodies. The match happened. Bryan Danielson just openly lied on the microphone. Marcus, I don't think you should be claiming him one of the best wrestler in the world, and maybe one of your best wrestlers ever, because he said he loves everyone in the Blackpool Combat Club, even Wheeler Yuta. Nobody likes Wheeler Yuta, not even his mother.
Yeah, well, he said that shithead Wheeler Yuta took first. And I went, what the fuck? So that's where he gets points with me. He had to say I love you, but at least he threw the jab of he's a shithead though.
He says he loves pro wrestling, says the BCC are the only professional wrestlers in the building. Out comes an angry Hangman. He comes at Moxley, and then Wheeler, Moxley, and Claudio all take care of him as Danielson just yells on the microphone numerous times, amateur.
Yeah, I want to also say, Manny, one, do you think Bryan Danielson's promo was a shot at WWE when he said, "It's the only good wrestling I've seen all week is when we're in the ring"? I didn't think so. I thought it was just, it was a lot of wrestling going on this week.
Yeah,
it was a shot at everybody. It was a heel.
I think it was a shot. I think it was a shot at everyone. I don't think it was necessarily a shot at WWE. I think I would have taken a shot on the basis that this AEW Dynamite and NXT were real shows after Mania, not Raw.
Yeah. Like they decided to bring it, and then also, Manny, you may say there's no such thing as a victimless crime. I'm gonna say this was a victimless crime that happened today. Hangman Page walked out to this. What he thought was gonna happen? He came out there and he was full of hell. Am I correct, Manny? He was about to commit violence. Am I correct? Tell me where I'm wrong here. Tell me where the Blackpool Combat Club was not in self-defense, and then he came out there all crazy.
No, so you're not wrong, but also he came out there by himself. He didn't come out there with any type of backup. So this is clearly his fault. He separated himself from. He distanced himself from the Dark Order. So one, this is his fault that he had no one with him.
Yeah.
Kenny's tied up doing Kenny. Kenny got beat up last week. The Bucks have also been attacked.
Yeah. And you decide to just walk straight on into a group that's been killing people on a weekly basis. Like, you just straight on. No sneak attack, no special. If he had a plan, then I'd be like, okay, at least he had a plan. He just walked and got his ass whooped. I'm gonna kick your ass. And then you can just see Moxley, Claudio, and Danielson just going, really? Take his eye. Take his eye. Take his eye. Take his eye. Take his eye.
But it looked like he was taking his eye, but we didn't get any type of follow up on that either.
No,
because he just rolling around on the floor. Danielson, after they'd done that, Danielson says while he'd been at home, he'd been showing his kids how to fix things. So he fixes Adam Page's with a screwdriver, and we don't know if he just got his face or his eye.
Yeah, you know what my favorite thing about this, Manny? We got more of an update on Bad Bunny's injury on Raw, which wasn't much of an update. I mean, oh shit, he's hurt. Then we got their own wrestler, Hangman Page.
Marcus, at least Corey apologized at least twice to Bad Bunny fans for what Damian Priest did.
We got no apology for the Blackpool Combat Club for taking an eye. I remember when Seth was in the eye taking business on the Mysterios. That was all through the pandemic. We just got updates on their eyes and you see the damage and like, oh my god.
And then we get the
Brian Danielson ain't shit. What was he teaching his kids to do at home? I had to teach them.
He's got two girls. What is he teaching them?
Yeah, the baby girls teaching around the house. I gotta teach them around the house what to do. Like, I don't have a problem with you teaching girls how to do it with a screwdriver around the house, but I feel like they're still in like 3 or 4. Like, I don't know what you're teaching them. They're not gonna retain this. Do you want them playing with screwdrivers and hammers? What are you doing? Horrible.
And then
Needle beat too.
The Guns versus FTR. Why are the Guns coming out to Many Men by 50 Cent?
I don't know, but I loved it. I loved it. I was like, this song, I hope they come out to it all the time. It's better than what they had before. And then I felt this intro, and I was like, they're losing the titles with this. They should not lose like this. Not like this.
And they lost with dual roll-ups. This isn't FTR. FTR don't win like this.
I can see Tony in the back dual roll, but fine main event, fine, okay episode of Dynamite. It was, I must say, if it was a musical performance, it was a bit pitchy at times. Like, there was a lot of stuff just going on. They threw way too much at it. I think they should have slowed the show down and had less. Like, keep the MJF segment, the main event.
The fact that this happened at the beginning of the show and then never referenced again makes me feel like maybe the people in the chat yesterday were right about Jay White, that he's not that big of a deal as a free agent because they clearly didn't care.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It was like, oh, Jay White, poop, woo-doo. Taya Valkyrie got a better intro to Joy, that she's all elite than Jay White. Like when she approached Jay Cargill and everything, it was like, oh, who could beat me in Canada? And then she comes out, she confronts her, and they spend all this time. I was like, Taya Valkyrie, all this. She gets to pose for a bit. Jay White got no time. It was like Jay White had a diva segment. You got 2 minutes and we cut into 1.
Nah, you've been cut from WrestleMania again.
You know how that's a joke when Natty has made 11 WrestleManias?
Do you know what's
like,
a bigger joke?
It's only one she missed, I think.
Asuka is 5-0-5 at WrestleMania.
The streak. The streak.
So so let's move into the announcement. It was that AEW is going to be doing All In at Wembley Stadium, which is fucking huge, which is 90,000 people.
Yep.
So I don't think they're going to get close to 90,000. I think that top bowl there, which you can see in the image, is probably going to be taped off. And they said they do maybe about 60,000, which is still the biggest attendance in AEW's ever had. So it'd still be a good move for them.
I'll be impressed if they get I think the max they could get is 50. I don't know if they could get to 60. I don't think they're filling it up, but they don't have to. You don't have to fill it up. It's the optics of saying what we did at Wembley. It's the biggest attendance we've ever had, and blah blah blah, and all that stuff. You can put all that stuff with it.
I honestly think they should have played it safe. They could have done Wembley Arena, which is next door to it, which is a smaller venue to the venues that they do normally, which they can probably still fit about 20,000 people in there. Or they do use the stadium. If they want to do a stadium, use a stadium that they already own. The Fulham Stadium, Craven Cottage. I'm not sure how many people that could hold in a type of wrestling kind of attendance, or because they haven't run boxing events there ever before, so you wouldn't know. But I still think you could get maybe 15 to 20,000 people there, and then move to the bigger venue. This is like, do you remember that Braun Strowman show? that one that happened in Nottingham when it was supposed to be a 10,000 seat arena. I was like, most indie shows don't even do 3,000. So it's really ambitious for a first time that they're running this, that they're doing a 10,000 seater. And then it turned out they only sold 300 tickets, less than 300 tickets.
Yeah.
It could be one of those situations, which I think they would want to avoid. But because it takes balls for Tony to go, do you know what, let's do Wembley Stadium, and it'd be 90,000. It is at 90,000 football stadium.
Yeah.
So you could push maybe 95,000 people if you really wanted to.
Even the WWE isn't bold enough to try to do Wembley right now.
The thing is, they could though. That's the thing. WWE, given how long they've been around,
price. Yeah,
you could do that if you're WWE, because you've got the notoriety. You've been on Sky Sports for years. Then you've moved over to BT, but your people still know that. Whereas like AEW, they're still new to the game, and it's risky for them because obviously rental fee for that building is going to be high, and then you have to do all this moving things around and stuff like that, capital equipment and everything. It's risky, but I admire the risk that they're doing.
Yeah, here's my theory of why we're doing Wembley instead of anywhere else. WWE is doing Money in the Bank in what is it, July?
Yeah,
and they're doing that O2, right?
Small arena. I had my graduation though.
Yeah, it's only holds what, like I think it's for 15, something like that.
20,000 people. I
am doing this. AEW needs to go there for bragging rights. WWE only did 18,000 in 02. We did 40,000. We're the hottest brand in all the UK right now. You immediately say that.
But like they did Wales, and they did what, maybe 65,000.
I forgot.
It's something about those numbers, and when they went to Wales, and it's like you could have gone anywhere in the UK. Like there's maybe more than 5 football stadiums in London alone that you could have gone to. There's Arsenal's one, which is about 60,000 seater, which they could have easily filled in July, because Arsenal do not play in that stadium because it's the off season. WWE, I feel like it's a bad move for WWE in the first place.
No, I think it could have been a fee to renting out their place. Maybe Cardiff is cheaper. Maybe that's why they chose that in Wales. Maybe it's some type of tax. I don't know. Maybe I'm sure it's a business reason why they go with some of these places. As in, Tony is going to Wembley not because it's cheaper, but it's because it is expensive and it's ambitious. I'm going for it. It's going to be his WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, well, I also think it's because I think Wembley lost out to the NFL games to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which has the fucking NFL set of grass underneath the football pitch. I've seen a video of how they do it, so that they actually remove the grass and put it into a car park. and then the NFL grass is underneath it. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
They treat it like an NBA court. We was like, oh, we can just swap it out.
Yeah,
just take the layer off.
So I think I'm optimistic about this. Like it'd be difficult to get 90, but I think they'll do well for what it is.
Manny, you gotta go.
I think I think I can go. It's not like I don't want. It's not like oh yeah, I gotta go. Like I tried Money in the Bank, it didn't work because it cost too much. It cost too much, and by the time you got there, they were sold out anyway.
Yeah, it's difficult. It was difficult. They price people out and everything, and this should be affordable. It's so many seats that everybody should be able to get a seat. Good luck to them. Good luck. I don't know what the end number is going to be, but I'm sure they're going to inflate it like WWE.
Well, so
and add an extra 10.
Lucha said 50k seems fair. Wouldn't be surprised with 40 to 45k. Either way, it's a win for them, to be honest.
It's a win.
I think the highest number they ever had was about 20.
Yeah, the Arthur Ashe, right?
Yeah.
Arthur Ashe is their highest. Yeah, so it's a win for them either way. It's their highest thing. Hopefully, it's profitable and that they didn't spend too much renting it out or they lose money in this, because that could also be a possibility. But I doubt that's going to happen. I feel they're going to make money.
I think with this particular event, if it's a one-off, you can probably lose money there and gain it somewhere else.
And they do have the stars to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have they money-wise, you'll take in a lot probably from merch. So I think that covers the offset, and I think it will balance out if they don't get the number they want. I think they'll build this as a family day out, because I think like a lot of people wanted to go to that WWE show in London, and obviously there's not enough tickets because it's a small venue. So it's like, oh, we can still watch wrestling if you want, and then this is an alternate, and it'll probably boost their numbers in terms of people who watch AEW in England, because I don't think it's very high at the moment, but we don't know the numbers.
Yeah. So, stadium shows galore for everybody this year. That's it. That's what it seems like. That's all wrestling wants to do is stadium shows now. Appreciate Money in the Bank for being in the O2 in the arena, because that's like the only show they're doing in the arena for WWE. It's like stadium after stadium after stadium, and then AEW stadium.
It's money, isn't it? It's big money.
Yeah,
it's big money. It's smart business.
Guy.
Yeah,
I'm a smaller venue guy though.
I'm not.
I like smaller venues. I like the intimacy close in, like when they're like the T-Mobile arena where they're doing Double or Nothing. Give me something like that where it's just small. You can see everything. Everybody, like, you don't have to depend on monitors to look up or anything. You kind of just got a good view of everything. I'm a small venue person.
Clash. I thought it would have got drowned out because it was an open arena, open stadium. But the Seth Rollins. Oh, that carried,
echoes.
man.
That echoes.
It carried. Even when they were singing Bailey's song at the opening match, I was like, this place is bumping. I enjoy this, even though I was quite far away from the ring.
Like at SoFi, you could like the sound stayed in there, but it was good. It was good sound, but you could feel when it rocked when they showed Bad Bunny. Boom. With Snoop and Dominic and that whole entrance of all that popped like 3 times with Dominic's entrance, Ray on the thing. And then during the Roman Cody match and the entrances of that, it was deafening in there. It was that loud. And I was like, oh, wow. I don't know how it translated on TV because I watching, but it was loud for the Cody and Rollins and all that stuff.
The only time I went, oh, the LA crowd really let people down was Raw after Mania. It just felt like everyone was exhausted.
Yeah, I think that we're done. I think you're done. It's too many shows. It's too many wrestling shows. And I'm not even just talking about WWE. There's a bunch of independent shows scattered around. There's WrestleCon and everything else. Everybody's drained by that point. And you got to take it to the point, this is Los Angeles. We don't get up for shit. I don't care what it is. It's really hard. You have to be a 100% knockout show for us to get up for it. It's not. We're not like one of the hottest crowds. Like if it's one shot NXT show, bang, we're gonna be up for that. But 3 nights of that, nah, we don't have that. Even the Laker Clipper game last
4
night.
nights of it.
Huh?
You got to include,
Yeah.
you got to include SmackDown. There's 4 nights of it.
SmackDown too. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Yeah, you're dead. They're dead. That's a wrap. And some of them even went to like the Arizona and Vegas show that week too. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
See, for me, I wanted to take a break. I was like, I've got a wrestling overload at the moment.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a break, but then it's like, no, we have to ride this because we've got Priest and Bad Bunny coming.
We got Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
We're less than a month away from Puerto Rico.
that's going to be an amazing
Now,
show. I feel like that's actually going to be an amazing
That's
show.
going to be fun. I think that crowd's going to be hot. I think it's going to be a fun show. I think if Bad Bunny stay healthy, that's going to probably be the biggest reaction we ever seen.
You mean when he was taken to the local medical facility because he was folded like an accordion?
The only music you're playing is an accordion. Funny. And if they dig up Carlito,
they ain't digging up
For
no
that show.
Carlito.
bring Carlito to the Puerto Rican show. Bring the Colones.
No, because
Bring
you
the
got
Colones.
to bring Primo and Epico to that show, and I don't want to see him.
I want a special Razor Ramon tribute show too for all the years we thought he was Puerto Rican or Cuban or whatever I thought he was.
I want the ring ropes to be all purple. I want the turnbuckles to be yellow with the razor blades on it.
Hey yo.
And then when the Street Profits make their entrance, I don't want red cups falling from the ceiling. I want toothpicks.
I wanted to use Razor Ramon. It's this full thing, but these shows should be like, this is a good time to be a wrestling fan. There should be some big shows happening this year. This might be the biggest year in the history of wrestling when it comes to attendance and shows. As in, everybody's doing stadium shows and the Wembley and everything like that.
I think this year I think fans are getting treated big time.
Yeah. But 45, 40, maybe 50,000. So win for AEW either way. I still don't think it warranted Tony saying he has a big announcement coming up. Like, this
I think that's
a commercial
big.
of the show. It's big. It's big, but I am American, Manny. If it ain't in America, it don't mean shit to me.
But like, then again, I will also state when they announced that WWE were going to Puerto Rico, they're going to do Money in the Bank in London. The London one was a tweet.
Yeah.
and then I don't remember the Puerto Rico one. I think that may have come up on another pay-per-view or something.
They showed it. They did a commercial. What was the pay-per-view before WrestleMania? Royal Rumble?
No,
I think they brought up. Elimination. They brought up an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And they were like, Bad Bunny's gonna be hosting and something like that. And it was like, oh, okay, that's pretty much it. And it's so much well done. They show the backdrop of the city. I like the way they do it. Tony bringing out Adam Cole don't make me excited. It's something small where Adam Cole goes, yeah.
The second thing is Nigel McGuinness doesn't make me go, yeah, this is a cool show.
So I was telling Eric, who will be the Brits they bring out to try to sell this out? There's the obvious Drew McIntyre contract expiring. He's not British at all, but I'm just saying that's who if you want to do a UK show and you're doing it, his contract's expiring in July, maybe. But I'm sure WWE may work it out. They wouldn't be featuring him on TV if they couldn't work this shit out.
Well, he might not be. We might not see him back till July, like what happened to Cesaro.
Yeah,
when Cesaro's contract was up, they just stopped putting him on TV.
Yeah, that's also true. Then you can return CM Punk. You can use New Japan. Then Nick Aldis, they may bring him out for this, Manny.
I don't. This is the problem I have. I don't want to be in attendance when that happens because I will film the silence. And I will play cricket. I will actually have a cricket app on my phone and just play it out really loud.
Maybe Nigel McGuinness with a return match.
I think he's done. Isn't he? He's done.
I don't know. You bring in Trent Seven.
Oh no! He's nothing without the other one.
He was almost all elite. He showed up that one time, and he got more fanfare than Jay White. I mean, he got more TV time than Jay White in his debut. Disgusting. All right, let's move to NXT. I didn't realize we're 50 minutes in. Sorry. Good discussions, though. Good talk.
So Marcus, NXT opened up with Indy Hartwell, cutting a very dull babyface promo about winning the title and doubting whether if that day will ever come. Old lady face Zoe Stark interrupts and saves the day, laughs off this nonsense. She tells Indy that she is holding a title that has been held by future Hall of Famers who have worked so hard to build that title up. Prestige, and Indy isn't at that level. And now we have a very beatable NXT Women's Champion.
Yes!
Demands to be handed a title match, which Indy accepts.
I was like, it's over, Indy. You gotta have a Zack Ryder moment. That's what happens when you get the white strap titles. End of the night.
So, Marcus, do you know how you said if Evil Uno wrestles without a shirt, it's an instant strike?
Yes.
As long as Indy Hartwell is champion, I'm giving the show a strike.
Your process. The good process. I like that Vince being back running Raw isn't a strike, it's the strike. But Indy Hartwell carrying the title is a strike. I don't think she's going to carry it that long. I feel like there was too many women who looked like they were gunning for her head at the end of that match when I was like, they're all better options.
So we get the first match of the night, which is Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo versus Pretty Deadly. It was a decent opening match. Pretty Deadly used trickery to outsmart Tony D to pick up the win.
Yes, yo, switcheroo in the match. And he's like, what's this?
I've never seen the switcheroo done like that, though.
Yeah. They hid the face. All he did was hide their face and the hair color. It was like, what? Wrong guy. Switcheroo. At NXT Stand and Deliver, I don't know. I'm sure it didn't pick up on the audio, but our little small section was just screaming for Stacks and cheering for Stacks. Like he was the next Shawn Michaels, but then at the end of the match, he was like, Stacks ain't shit. He was all right in this match. He was all right.
He was all right in the tag match. But there was a point where I told Wes, no, it was Jamal at this point. I think Wes had left. There's one of the outfits which I'm pretty sure was Pretty Deadly were wearing. That was previously Commander Aziz's, and they turn them into crop tops.
Or it could be. That's perfect. But, solid opening match. I was like, oh, NXT. It started off with intrigue with the title match, and then we get to a tag match. Basically, it started the same way as AEW, just they flipped their title matches.
Yeah. JC Jane revels in the delusion of Gigi Dolan trying to win the NXT Women's title as she pushed that all away. JC says she's already broken Gigi's heart, her face, and all that's left is her will.
Evil villain shit. You did it all. Yeah. Now you're just making up shit. How do you break someone's will and be like, yes, she's gonna kill herself? I guess I don't know.
Well,
I don't know where we're at with this. What are we doing?
Sinestro was able to defeat Hal Jordan with will using
the power of will.
Dijak goes off against Odyssey Jones. Dijak wins with a moonsault.
Nice showcase for Dijak. That super kick on the top rope. I was like, how did he get his leg up that high?
No, Mark, because I saw what they were trying to do here.
Yeah, I know. I saw it too. They're trying
to replace Odyssey. They're trying to replace Keith Lee with Odyssey Jones. I saw what they were trying to do.
I saw that immediately when I went to. I was like, maybe he found his new Keith Lee.
No, he hasn't.
Because those two need each other. They're nothing apart. It's like the even though I think it's stupid, the movie Hancock. They gotta jump away from each other because they're weaker.
Should we watch Hancock tomorrow?
Hancock, I like 50% of Hancock. I hate the end. I hate the end so much that I never went back. I'm like, what are we doing? This is so stupid. It's the greatest movie ever. And then it was trash.
So what movie are we actually watching tomorrow?
I don't know. The Mario Bros. Seems feasible, but we gotta actually find something that's maybe we don't rush it. Maybe it's not tomorrow.
Yeah, at this rate, we might have to watch 2 movies because we are halfway there to 700.
Yeah. So let's not rush. Let's just figure out what we're gonna watch. What's available on the that we both can see that's with ease. So it's not like I gotta go find this or something.
We get Joe
Goblet
Coffey.
of Fire, as we promised years ago. That's so long.
Joe Coffey wants to add some gold to Gallus, but first he's gonna pick a few fights so people realize NXT is their kingdom.
Yeah. I believe NXT. I'm just gonna start calling this NXT UK 2.0 because these are all the UK stars are on top at the current moment, or are featured the most.
Well, Dragon Lee versus Nathan Frazier. Out comes Noam Dar, who I thought was dead.
Yeah, when he jumped around, I looked and was like, "What the fuck? Who's this guy?" And then when he walked up, oh, it's Noam Dar. I haven't seen you. Totally forgot.
No, because I still didn't recognize him till I saw that's the NXT UK Heritage Cup.
What's he doing with it? That's Noam Dar's show. It was funny though because he did just see like some random dude jumping around. I was like, "Why are y'all showing me this?"
Why is security not stopping him or apprehending him?
And I can imagine people think that's going the same way we're going. That's God. That's nobody's something.
Wasn't that Alicia Fox's boyfriend that one time?
Yeah, he was the guy that used to say Alicia Fox, right? Alicia Fox. But no, I like Noam Dar. I'm happy he's back from wherever the hell he's been.
The thing is, we're not gonna get the Noam Dar talk show ever again.
I think we're gonna get it on NXT. I think they delayed him. How do we get this talk show on this show?
Because I still want the shitty chair and the good chair, and then him arguing about the chair. I think that was probably one of the best bits of that show.
And then people eating his snacks, and he set up for himself. Like, it was a solid show. It was stupid, but it was solid.
This was an enjoyable match. Dragon Lee beats Nathan Frazier in a quality match.
Yep. What was I gonna say? God damn it! This is a nice showcase for Dragon Lee and everything. It was a good match, though. Good match.
And then Nathan Frazier is in the back on his positive bullshit after losing this match, which I don't know where that's gonna go.
With Tyler Bate, maybe? I don't know. Or he goes crazy and this is lies. Or he's joined Schism. As in they're missing people now. They're missing people now.
Technically, they still haven't been released. It's not been confirmed. Indy Hartwell versus Zoe Stark for the NXT Women's title. Indy wins with a crucifix roll-up.
I'm going to say it's the best Indy match I've seen, even though that ain't saying much. She's still slow and it's not really that good, but it was a good match. I gave it a good match. I thought, you know what, give her a credible win. She'll lose next week. As Tiffany Stratton walks to the stage. I'm like, yeah.
The thumbs down motions for the title, and then Cora Jade with a sneak attack comes out and takes out Indy. She looks like she grew up since her time away.
Yeah. I was gonna say at this moment I was like, oh, it's the NXT after Mania. That's what we're doing.
It was
people returning. Like people were returning. They're having title matches. The crowd was hot. It was like, this makes sense. This makes sense. When was this on Raw?
Kiana is still pissed at Brooks. Tells him that when she asked for a bag, he hands it to her. Fallon walks in and says, "You really mad at him for not cheating when you're cheating on him." Kiana says it with chest. Yeah, she was dating and playing the field. Not once did they ever put a label on what they were.
Yeah, goddamn right they didn't.
Things changed when they had their first kids. However, now can't trust you anymore. Walks away. And then he's like,
put it on him.
Yeah, it's like, Fallon, Fallon, stay out of my relationship.
Yeah. He knew what this was. Shit. Just back up. Man was having a good time. Kiana James is every bad boyfriend that has ever existed who got caught cheating. That's what she was at this current moment. I was like,
Marcus,
oh, dang. Taking notes.
Marcus, I think she's got it in her. I think she's got the dog in her.
Do you mean literally? Because you saw his actions. You saw his actions today.
Oh yeah. So he's all up in Cora Jade at the moment.
Hey, he never said they were exclusive.
Then we move into Ivy Now versus Tatum Paxley. I thought this was gonna go somewhere, but Ivy Now wins with a choke. And at the end of that,
I don't know why I thought something was gonna happen, but nah, it was just like, choke your ass out. Yeah. It was like, that's the end of this story that's been going on for about a year of them teaming together. Nothing covered this. Nothing was important about this.
Von Wagner picks a fight with Dragunov. Robert Stone says he'll get him what he wants, but if he doesn't win, they are done. Look at everyone with ultimatums recently. Yeah, well, not only this ultimatum, why not just be done? Why would this be the tipping point? And then Von Wagner, what do you do for me? You don't cheat to help me win my matches, ever. Why do I have you here? Because he can't talk. Because I talk like you, and Dragunov, you a man shagging, but I can kill you. Or whatever. You ain't met a monster like me. He sounds like every drunk at a bar, where it's just like the words are slurring. And he sounds like Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, baby, you drag it off. You may bring fire, but I bring ice to that fire, and I'll put your fire out. So this match was set up at an airport. Wesley versus Axiom. Do we add this to NXT locations? The airport. Yes. And I don't like the way this was set up, because Axiom was clearly standing behind him, listening in, and then turns around into frame. I heard you were looking for a challenger. What? But my favorite thing about this airport, I would like to say this is the NXT After Mania, because we got a new debut, a new location, the airport. This sets up a banger, though. Yeah, this was a really good match. Wesley picks up the win, but the main thing is, Marcus, Scripps tried to get the jump on Axiom and failed. Yes. Scripps leaves a message to him, I'll destroy you. You don't never know where I'm coming. And then he jumps out nowhere, and Axiom kicks him in the face. And one of the best kicks I've seen in a while. Well, it was the best kick I see right before the best kick I see before the best kick I see. Like, there were some good super kicks on this show with Dijak's kick, I think, in the Dragon Lee and Frazier. Action's one on Wesley on Stand and Deliver was amazing. Yeah. It was just. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Stand and Deliver, not last night. When he kicked super kick, and I'm going like, fuck, that was amazing. But these are some good super kicks, and kicks in the face happened, but nothing made me happier than him walking over to Reggie and kicking Reggie. And I thought he was going to pull the mask off and say, get out of here, Reggie. I'm going to expose you. And then in the morning, we get Reggie with Rich Well in his future endeavors. And then we get Mello, who comes out for his championship celebration. He gives props to Bron Breakker. Bron comes out and says it was time to pass the torch to the next guy. He goes in for a second hug, and then Bron takes out Mello and Trick. Heel turn. Yeah, so, we were in a moment of confusing heel turns. As a Brian Danielson with the Blackpool Combat Club. Brock Lesnar turned on Cody. And then this one to end the show. And I'm going like, Braun's had the worst one of all of them, because he left. He was leaving. What was he going to... was he not going to do this? Yeah. No, I think the thing is sometimes when you know that they're taking the piss, when you call him back in for a second, no, I'm not taking this and to take people out. I feel like Braun was justified.
You cheated, you son of a bitch. You let that motherfucker hit me with a belt on the back of the head, then you won my title. And fuck you people for cheering him. But I thought this is a much needed character change for Braun Breaker. I don't know if he's going to the main roster now. Now he turned heel.
Well, they could probably have one more run at this and then he'll move. But like, I don't see any call ups for NXT for SmackDown or going forward for Raw for a bit.
I would call the women up. I don't care how young they are, Manny. Zoe needs to be up. Stratton can go up. I call up. I even call up Cora Jade because they don't have a Cora Jade up there yet.
Well, they need to bring someone up because there's going to be a massive void with Charlotte taking a break.
Charlotte's gone. Bianca isn't really doing nothing with her title. It's confusion. That's where we're at.
Yeah, and this whole Bailey situation has evolved on Twitter.
Yeah. Whatever's going on with Bailey, she may be quitting. Mercedes is out there in the street. She ain't coming back. So Lacey Evans' era is beginning on SmackDown.
Oh no.
She's back again.
So, but I'm just saying, AEW and NXT gave me more of a Raw after WrestleMania than actual Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah. I feel like these shows was like, all right, we're prepared for Raw to be on fire. We want to continue that momentum, guys. We want to continue that momentum for the week. Raw did nothing, and they're like, well, I guess we're doing this anyway.
So now the real question lies, which we'll answer. We'll have more details on Saturday, as me and Marcus do the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, because Eric is away on birthday celebrations.
Yes.
Is how much, one, will Vince be there at SmackDown, and two, how much involvement will he have? Because many people are suggesting that it was because he was in LA, he was backstage, and then suddenly started taking over. So technically, you can get away with him being there in the vicinity. But like, if it happens again on SmackDown, then we've got problems.
Yeah. I question, I feel who lost the most power this week. It wasn't Triple H. It wasn't Vince. I'm going to say Vince's new girlfriend. She has no power of him. Take him home. Take him home. Fuck his brains out so he can leave my wrestling alone. Okay? You clearly aren't doing the job that you need to do. You were a plant by Triple H and Stephanie to be a distraction. And all you got him to do was grow a mustache. You are useless.
And dye his hair.
Yeah, and dye his hair. Do your job. Keep him at home and keep him away from our wrestling. Thank you.
Who told him the mustache was a good idea?
I don't know. I like the mustache. I think he looks fine. I think he looks fine with the mustache. I think it looks better than him with his weird lips than he had before. I think this is his final form, and it's the ultimate version of Vince. This is the most evil Vince is gonna be.
That's exactly it.
And I think it's awesome. I think this is the way when the Vince McMahon biopic happened, and it ends with him just being alone in some building, dying off or some shit. And you be like, damn. And you see him with that mustache, and he yells Rosebud or some shit. I don't know. I think it would be the great ending to the biography of him with the mustache. That's the end. Like, the end is coming when you see him with the mustache. You go, oh, we're approaching the end. He's going to die soon. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So
he scratched his bike big, too, by the way.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that.
Yeah.
I wanted to know all the dastardly things that he would allow to come out.
I would make it as cartoony as I could to make him the most evil man on the planet. It would be the Social Network, basically.
Like, he's got to know.
It don't have to be facts.
He has to know how much he's hated right now.
I think he's got a little of that Eric juice, and he's living on the hate. I don't care how much you hate me. This is what's keeping me alive. Only thing that's keeping me alive right now is knowing that it would make you happy if I was dead. That's the kind of Manny he on right now.
That's the kind of that's what fueling him to stay alive.
Yeah. How can I ruin your life? Oh, I did it to Saudi Arabia. Rich, we're not doing Saudi Arabia. Well, I did it and I take all the power. Oh shit!
You know,
he
Marcus,
did it.
you know, Squid Game season 2 is coming soon.
Yeah.
I think Vince needs to be the new old man. He playing for fun because he's sick.
Yeah. Vince having matches. Vince, why are you the WWE Undisputed Champion? Vince beats Roman? We did all this so Vince can beat Roman.
That'd be amazing. Marcus, that'd be the perfect way for WWE just to end.
Yeah.
They're like, no more WWE.
The series without it. WWE. Roman Reigns versus mystery opponent.
Out comes Vince. No shit. That's why.
Who's he announcing? Who's he announcing? Oh no, he's in his tank top. He's wrestling. Kicking out the spear.
I want him to go down so slowly from being speared, like he got stunned last year.
I want it to be Ric Flair's last match. How bad that was.
No.
I want it to be like that. When people are willing him to feel it. I don't know how he did it.
Do you know what? Imagine paying for that and actually Ric Flair died that night. You're to blame for that. It's like you would be to blame if he actually...
No. Manny, I got a link for that. I found a link.
You paid
I
for
didn't pay for it.
You paid
I didn't pay for it. I clicked the link. Damn it. I didn't know.
You paid for murder.
But I'm all for that. The series finale in WWE. Vince McMahon basically fighting for his life against Roman Reigns and beating him. I beat them all. And then we finally see end credits. For a wrestling show. The executive producer, Vince McMahon.
I want him to take all the credit. Every role, Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Well, that concludes today's show. I got NXT beat AEW just for balance.
I can't give it to NXT because NXT currently received a strike from me.
Well, I'm giving them a strike for the way they treat Ethan Page. Strike. I like Ethan Page too much for whatever happened to him in that little segment happened. And he got another strike for Jay White only having 5 minutes of TV time or less. Roman Reigns wrestled more than Jay White this week. It's just walking to the ring. Roman Reigns' entrance was longer than Jay White's debut. And I'm not even talking about the WrestleMania. I'm talking about the Raw where he just kind of was out there.
I knew he was going to take forever because he had that entrance twice.
Yeah.
That could have been a debut, Vince.
And Ron's like, what did I get cut for? 2 Roman entrances?
Wrestling was ridiculous this week.
Well, I think I get a dance number, a song and dance. And I was like, what are we doing?
So normally you and Eric normally only refer to this about a black man shucking and jiving. Surely MJF was.
He was shucking and jiving. That fool was a damn fool, and I can't even explain it. I don't like him when he does babyface stuff, though, too. I hate it. He's Mr. Stay character. This isn't the character. This is who I am. I'm a miserable person. I'm a piece of shit. This is what.
But that's the problem, though. Anytime they go to Long Island, he's
him.
always going to get cheered. Anytime they go to Long Island, he's always going to get cheered.
Yeah, but turn the crowd against you. Turn the crowd against you. A lot of times. Oh, who was that? I'm trying to think of a person that turned the crowd. There's somebody. But like the Miz when he goes to Cleveland, it's like, oh, his hometown, and he goes, "That's why I'm happy." And he just instant, "That's why I'm happy I left this piece of shit place." That's all you gotta do. Turn them against you.
You know,
it's not gonna take much.
Big E never talks ill of Iowa or Tampa because he went to school there and he's from there.
Yeah.
He never talks shit about them. He's like, I just can't. It feels wrong.
Well, Big E is he's a forever baby face. I can't imagine him as a heel. I know he's a heel in New Day and back in the day, but I can't imagine. Like, even then, he wasn't really healing.
Were they ever really healing?
They were healing. They were trolling a lot. Like their feud with the Dudleys
trolled, but
they was a lot of trolling. It wasn't super healing. They were cheating and stuff, but it was nothing.
I don't think the only one that ever really went heel was Xavier Woods.
I think they talked their shit at one point. I think Kofi was talking shit at one point.
When he smacked Devon in the back of the head.
Yes,
that video's on the internet somewhere. That's the coldest one.
Yeah. New Day were heels. That was when they were at their best, but it wasn't really a heel thing. They weren't MJF level of despicable. They're not that MJF, Randy Orton kind of Austin Theory, like, I am a consummate heel.
Yeah.
But not, they're more like, hey, these guys are funny.
Yep. Subscriber count, we're on 653.
Make it stop. Not saying, don't make it stop. Continue liking and subscribe. Let's get to that 1,000, goddammit. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
On that note, guys, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus the Grind, Shucking and Jiving finale. No show tunes out of me today.
We won't have a watch along tomorrow.
No. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out for next week. Even though I'm off tomorrow, so maybe we should.
If you think of something, Manny, I'll try to be there. I'll try to be there. I'm not doing shit other than waking up, but I will wake up.
If I can find No Hold Barred, we should watch No Hold Barred.
Okay. Oh, it's Hogan.
Did you feel a little bit dirty with the kid that came out with John Cena in a wheelchair that was dressed up as Hulk Hogan? Because I was supposed to hate this guy, but this kid is clearly like a Make-A-Wish kid, and I don't feel wrong. I feel wrong trying to hate this kid for dressing up like Hulk Hogan. No,
I didn't see that kid.
I saw it.
They're from the distance. I was like, oh, John Cena bring the kids. That's a nice thing. I will say Bianca's kids, not because she won, had the better impact for me. I was like, oh, these kids, even though the kids are the ones died.
And then you find out the contortionist mother died on the day.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
And then she's performing, and I'm just like, God damn.
Yep. But shout out to them kids from Compton.
Yeah. So yeah. There may be a watch along tomorrow at this rate. There may be a watch along, depending on what film we can find.
We do 302 because we passed 300. 302, 300, 300, 600.
Should we just watch WrestleMania 10 tomorrow?
Huh?
Should we just watch WrestleMania 10 tomorrow?
We can let's add to the 1994 series. Yeah, why not? That's why we watched 9.
No, 9 we did for a joke because we kept talking about.
No, but it was part of our 600 watch along.
No, WrestleMania 9 was part of 500.
I mean 500. I kept saying 500.
Yeah, we'll watch WrestleMania 10 tomorrow.
WrestleMania 10 tomorrow.
We'll close out WrestleMania season with WrestleMania 10. The best wrestling year in history.
I think that's what we got to do. I think every 100 it's a new WrestleMania.
But we're going to overlap.
What do you mean?
So we've already done WrestleMania. So say we hit.
We'll skip the ones that we do, like 15.
No, but then that interfere. If we carry on doing retro, we're eventually going to have to do those WrestleMania.
Can't we just re-release them?
Just change the date. Hey guys, there's a new episode.
No, but
watch our fresh take of WrestleMania 17, which we've done twice.
We do it up until we get to 1,000, Manny, and then we'll switch it up to something else. That way we never overlap, because we can only go to what, like 13? Or
Yeah,
14.
and movies are a little bit harder for people to kind of join us
Yeah.
while we watch things.
Yeah, so. Or maybe we'll watch a WCW pay-per-view. We'll pick Starcade or something. We can always do WCW, Halloween Havocs, whatever.
Halloween Havocs we should reserve for actual Halloween because it feels weird watching Halloween
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe we'll throw Starcade in there or something. Be like, Starcade 99.
But like, guys, we're probably gonna hit another milestone in like a week now.
Yeah, the way it's going. I want Manny to say that, and then 2 weeks later, or no, 2 years later, we're still at 653 subscribers. We're gonna hit the milestone in a week by now. It's the longest drought. The long drought. Like, oh, what the fuck?
The weirdest thing ever is we've had 400 subscribers since Tuesday. 40 subscribers since Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's insane.
We're the hottest YouTube channel in the world right now. And it's all thanks to Kathy Kelly and Rhea Ripley.
Watch their powers combined in that short where Rhea Ripley lifts Kathy Kelly.
That's a re-release, Manny. That's a re-release right now.
I feel like it should be. Put the WrestleMania tags in it.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley celebrates with Kathy Kelly.
I feel I'm gonna do that tonight as a joke. A joke to myself and just rename it something completely different.
Hey, if you look at Hollywood, nothing makes more money than a reboot and a remake.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip it. So it's just a mirrored version of the previous one. There's a different video.
Evil. All right.
I've given away my master plan.
Yeah.
So WrestleMania 10 tomorrow, if you're still here. Yeah. We out.
No one's here. Peace.
Peace.
I can't believe I had a match. Oh my God. It's so amazing. I fought Dan Bryan 2 out of 3 falls. It was my dream. I was at Whataburger and Jack in the Box in Subway. I was eating ramen noodles. Living the life. I started smoking crack. I didn't think I'd ever get here. Never thought I'd get here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Bye, guys.